Hello and welcome to Poland Daily. We're on an excursion to the city of Łódź. It's right in the center of the country. Known as the Polish Manchester, it's a city of art and industry. And that's where we are for this series of episodes. Łódź is famous for factories making all kinds of things, as we'll see. In its heyday, it supplied textiles to the whole of Europe. In post-World War II Poland, Łódź also became a factory of dreams. It was the site of the Warsaw Film School at Łódź, and it earned the city the sobriquet of Hollywood. That's right, the Hollywood of Poland. The film school produced such top talents as Roman Polanski, Andrzej Wajda, and Krzysztof Kieślowski, and many others, as we'll see. There are more superlatives in this city, about 75 miles southwest of Warsaw, the capital. Łódź boasts the largest shopping center in Poland, Manufaktura. It's made out of an old factory complex. That's the largest shopping center in Poland. It also boasts the longest pedestrian street in the country, Piotrkowska, where you will find all manner of restaurants, clubs, and just about everything else you'd expect on a pedestrian street, including a statue of Arthur Rubinstein, the famous pianist who was from Łódź. And the pièce de résistance, marrying both technology and art, is the Science and Technology Museum next to the railway station. This is a world-class museum. It looks like something that belongs in the Smithsonian Institution. It's interactive and impressive. That's Łódź, and that's where we are on Poland Daily Travel, your destination for perhaps the best travel about Poland you'll find anywhere. Poland Daily Travel. Like us on YouTube and like us on Facebook. We like you. Watch us now. What does this say? Założenie?
Zasłużeni dla Łodzi. People who contributed, I guess, in something that is meaningful to Łódź.
Okay.
Piłsudski, Raymond, Tuwim. Who else do we have?
I don't know. Who is Tuwim?
He was an author, a poet, a
like
writer.
Raymond was a famous. Raymond won the
but
Nobel
different
Prize.
things, yes.
Yeah.
And Tuwim was Jewish as well, as far as I know. He was from Łódź.
Okay, this Tuwim Street is
yes,
down there.
Yes,
back,
there is.
back the other way.
Yeah. Aleksander Kamiński also. He wrote Kamienie na szaniec.
Okay.
Yeah. And other people who are.
Everybody knows
important,
Piłsudski.
yeah.
We said Rubinstein, of course. But this
Also,
is Rubinstein. This is Rubinstein Avenue.
Yeah.
Right here, isn't it? Yeah. His house across the street. Yeah. Who was some of the others?
Kieślowski.
Yeah, Kieślowski.
We already talked about him.
We talked about him.
Zamenhof.
Who is Zamenhof?
Staszic. Zamenhof. I'm not sure, to be honest. We should find out.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I'm not an expert on all the
Sofia
famous
Giełło.
people of Łódź. I mean, we know some of them.
Yeah.
But and the unknown Jewish people too is one of the things. Anonimowy Żyd, which means unknown Jewish people, right?
Jew.
Yeah. The anonymous
Yeah.
Jew means one, right?
Yeah.
So it's like the unknown soldier.
Yeah.
It means it must be something related to the Holocaust. And then all of these people are looking out
Drawings.
windows, aren't they?
They are, yes. It's interesting.
I don't
wonder
recognize them.
who made this.
It's a good idea, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, if
It
we
really
step
draws
back,
attention when you're walking down Piotrkowska Street.
Yeah. If we step back, you can get a good look. But do you see Kieślowski? I don't see him.
No, but he must be somewhere.
And somebody here looks like a king.
Jagiełło, yes.
Well,
think.
that's Jagiełło. And
Yeah,
up here is
Piłsudski's up
Piłsudski. He's
there.
obvious.
Yeah.
He's in the highest window, of
Yes.
course, looking down on everyone and being in charge. Who are some of these other? I just don't see. I don't know the others.
I don't know all of the faces of the people.
Yeah. And the only ones I recognize
Isn't
are
it
Rubinstein.
Kieślowski up there?
Where?
Up
At the
there?
very top?
Yes.
It might be meant to be, but he always wore glasses. Well, he did a lot of the time, not always. I don't know. I can't see him.
Not sure.
But it's certainly interesting. Listen, let's go. Should we go for a walk back down the street a little bit?
Yeah, why not?
And just get a feeling of what's going on.
It seems like a really nice area, this Piotrkowska Street.
Yeah, we can sort of...
Let's do it.
It's Friday evening, and people are easing into the evening, so let's go take a walk. Maybe we'll see a good restaurant.
Maybe.
Probably not.
Hungry?
No, I'm not hungry. Not yet. Yeah, okay. Actually, we could get run over because there's a lot of bicycles. We better go here. Yeah, now if you look down here, you can see how long the street is.
It's 4.2 kilometers, I think.
It's just the pedestrian part.
The Piotrkowska, yeah.
Yeah, but there's another part which is not pedestrian that goes on and on. But 4.2 kilometers is pretty long for a pedestrian street, isn't it?
Very long.
So you can see down here. Camera, look down there and see what we got. Look at that. Okay. I guess we're about halfway. Now let's look the other way. Well, we can't see all the way down.
No, it goes a bit uphill.
If we look the other way, it's going uphill a little bit,
Yeah.
so we can't really see. But this is pedestrian. This is all pedestrian. Okay, Poland Daily Travel. We're going to go on down Piotrowska a bit more. Stick with us on a Friday evening. Be right back. This is real, European stuff.
Except in Europe, they look a bit different.
Yeah. Yeah, so you got a typical courtyard. There's a lot of these off of Piotrowska Street, either side. And it's unusual because if you're used to Warsaw, you're used to these kind of things having been destroyed. There's not as many of these in the city because the buildings that were built up later, after the Second World War, are quite different. But here, everything is very uniform. You see courtyard like this, there's one directly opposite on the other side, and it's very geometric the whole way. When you come in, this looks like it's been redone, don't you think?
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, it's all very similar, and probably look a lot better in the sunlight. And you got the tons of these new bistros that are popping up all over, because Łódź is a city under construction. And every part of the city is under construction. The educational part, as we saw in the exhibition that we went to, the technology exhibition, the conversion of the train station, Manufaktura, converting old buildings into flats, into hotels, into big shopping centers, into places to eat. And that is what the spirit of the city is about. So if you want to see a mixture of real modern stuff, and the modern conversion of Europe, and you want to see some tradition, you can see it. You can see it here in Łódź. It's a city transforming, putting on its makeup, so to speak, to make itself look a lot better.
That's a nice thing,
isn't it? It's sort of.
It perfectly describes Łódź.
Yeah, it's putting on a nice coat of makeup, and boy, they're doing a good job. And I guess it's an example of how this whole country has converted itself over the last 10, 15 years, really. Okay, more from Poland Daily Travel. We're going to keep walking on Piotrowska, show you some more sights. Hey, folks.
We are here with who?
What's his name?
Władysław Reymont.
That's right. And what did he do?
He wrote a few books, which are quite significant, like Chłopi, for which he won a Nobel Prize, right?
Right, Chłopi, which is peasants.
Yeah.
In translation. What else did he write? He wrote
The Promised Land.
The Promised Land, the one we were talking about before, with Tom.
Yes.
And was based on the factory at Manufaktura. So
exactly.
we're coming full circle. This guy lived here. He wrote a book about the guys who came so famous creating that factory called that is now Manufactura, the shopping area and the hotel, etc., where we showed you earlier in an earlier episode. This fellow is one of the great writers of the 20th century, along with other Poles, Joseph Conrad and Henryk Sienkiewicz, right? Henryk, isn't it?
Yeah.
Who these are three early Polish Nobel Prize for literature winners. And anyway, this is his facsimile. So they take not only their literature, but their music with Mr. Rubinstein as well. They take their arts seriously in Łódź. And we saw about the film school as well. So this is a city which is not just, well, how would you describe it? Do you mind if I put my head there?
I think he does mind.
He minds, doesn't he?
It's not Henrik, but this one.
I shouldn't do that. I might mess up his hair. It's even more frozen than mine is under there with all that hairspray. It was standing straight up. That's why I'm wearing the cap. If I was a handsome man like this fella, I wouldn't have to wear this cap, would I? Yeah.
I want to pet him.
Don't agree with that.
No, I'm not. I'm
Okay.
totally not.
You're not agreeing.
So what
with
were
that.
you saying? How would I describe the city?
Yeah, I mean, it's a mixture of...
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. It's a mix of nice and ugly, or
Yeah.
interesting and...
banal. It's a mixture of business and art.
Yeah.
You have this huge...
Of elegance and dirtiness.
Yes, yeah. And I think that Mr. Remont can be said to capture that real spirit of this city, even though it was 100 years ago or so. He captures the real spirit of what Łódź is, doesn't he? Because he writes about business, and yet he's a great artist.
Yeah.
Great subject for art is business.
It is.
And he proves it, because the business is what made a city like this grow to prominence during the industrial age. At any rate, the lights just came on.
Yay.
And remember, on the previous episode, they were talking about how 3,000 lights came on just like that from the power station.
Oh yeah, true.
In was it 1929 or 1930?
1930, I think.
Yeah, one of the two.
Yeah.
It was right around then. So that power station made the lights go on. These very street lamps go on almost 100 years ago. Well, Mr. Remont.
Okay, goodbye.
We've said a lot about
Yeah.
you, and it's well deserved. You were a great man, and your works live on, and you're still a great man, and a great inspiration to all of us. Read a couple of his books. Mr. Remont, he's a good man. We're going to continue and go on down the street a bit. Okay, stay with us. Poland
See
Daily
you.
Travel. We're in Łódź.